Thank you so much for spending some time with us here on NBA Today and sitting next to Richard.
I was forced to.
Yeah.
But it's okay. Well, thank you for having me.
Of course. We're so excited that you're here. Let's just jump right in with Luka Doncic, because as long as we're talking about the Mavs, the two seem synonymous. He made it to the Western Conference Finals farther than he ever has in his career this season. When you were hired as head coach, what was your biggest goal for him?
To be the best player he can be. And I thought he did that. A lot of times we think a player should come out of the chute and be the top player in the league. Luka started slow, but it's not about the race is not about the 50 yards. It's about the 100 yards. And I thought he finished the season at a very high note, and he was great. He's one of the best players in the world. He's unselfish, and he's not afraid of the stage.
Yeah.
As you can see, playing for his national team, he's going to take on the world, and I'm happy to have the opportunity to say I coach him, but more watch him.
Yeah. Well, playing in Europe this summer, I mean, conditioning going into last season, it was a question for Luka. He looks great right now. What did you notice?
He does look great. He's taking care of his body.
Look how
He's like, yeah, we're going to be good.
On the hook?
Hook him.
The hook, he has them all. And so just what I love to see is when he's smiling, I know he's in a good place, not just physically, but mentally, and he's having fun. He loves to play the game of basketball, but I think he's added the hook shot. But again, everybody's talking about his muscles, so I'm excited.
Put some muscle in
the one thing is, like, every team wants to build on last year, but also players want to build on last year. So what's something that you want your team to build on, but also Luka, because he did make big steps.
Yep.
Getting off the ball more. Obviously, you guys had Brunson doing more of that. So now that he's off the ball, what's something that you're going to like, hey, this is something that I want to add for you to build on moving forward?
Well, the biggest thing is no stress. If you ask him or anybody in that locker room, we talk about no stress. And so that means playing without the ball. When you talk about he's going to have the ball the last 6 minutes or the last 3 minutes, but I want to be able to use him behind the defense. And I thought he accepted that role for us with Brunson or Dinwiddie.
Yeah.
And so when we have those type of playmakers on the floor, sometimes you can rest in those minutes. But again, he's 23 years old, and he believes he can take on the world. And so our job is to help him understand that he can play behind the defense and have success that way too.
You guys added Christian Wood, JaVale McGee, but you lost Jalen Brunson. What's the plan to replace him?
Well, we can't replace Brunson. He's a great player. I'm happy for him and his family signing a deal in New York. It's well-deserved. We wanted him back, but he picked New York. But when you talk about Christian Wood and Tim Hardaway coming back, everybody's asked this question, and we believe the points will be there. And we believe we're going to be a bigger team. Nothing against JB's height, but with Spencer starting, our starting five is going to be big with JaVale starting at the center. And then we believe we're going to have a lot more offense coming off the bench.
I think your ability to motivate but also challenge not only your team but your superstars, sometimes that backfires. And you publicly challenged Luka, and instead of kind of hanging his head and pouting, he took it as a challenge and got better. I wanted to commend you on that, but obviously I think you've always been a leader. Now you're just a head coach, but that's a tricky slope that a lot of coaches can't get away with, like publicly, not necessarily criticizing, but kind of challenging guys. How were you able to do it?
Yeah, I think trust and communication. From day one, going over to see him, telling him I'm here to help.
Right.
I played the game, have had my run, and now it's your turn. And so my job is to make the game easy. But I thought challenging sometimes it's coaching, but it's not saying something's wrong, and he accepted the challenge, and that's what he's all about. He accepts all the challenges of trying to beat the league by himself. And so it wasn't a public challenge. It was something that I thought could help the team, and he took it and he ran with it.
Speaking of challenges, Richard Jefferson is a challenge. Just as a human being,
he knows
to deal with every day. I'm wondering what your best story of Richard Jefferson from your days was. That's fit for TV.
Yeah, I was about to say
that's fit for TV.
That's fit for TV.
Well, I used to argue on the film when Byron Scott would have the film, and Jason would be sitting behind me, and whenever I would start to open my mouth, which was all the time, he would just hit me in the back of my head. Like, stop
that's why
arguing.
It's shaped that way?
Yeah, that's why it's shaped.
No, he was born that way. way. But no, RJ wanted to make film session longer by bringing out points of like things that we didn't need to really talk about. We wanted to get out of film.
Sounds like me trying to get to break.
Yeah.
Just to bring
Yes,
the
but
points.
he loves to talk, and so I think he's in a great seat. Unfortunately, you guys sit with him all the time.
So I can't come coach with you?
No.
Okay. One thing that I want to ask you. We had Josh Giddey up here, and I've been going on this rant all day. This is my theory. When you see young players that have been accomplished but still show up the next year after their rookie, what did you say? What did you say to me?
The first thing is he loves basketball, but we need more of it.
You need more guys that love to play.
Yeah, this isn't time to rest.
No, there's not time to just be in the gym working on your ball handling for 4 months. Come out here and work on some of it.
Yeah, against humans, right? The other players, and you can also not just get better, but you can learn from the person you're guarding, or someone shows you something while you're resting during the game. I'm gonna try to borrow that move.
Okay. Yeah, that's it.
Jason Kidd, thank you so much for
Thank you
spending
very much
some
for
time
having
with
me.
us
Thank
here
you.
on NBA Today. And